Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Finance Agents Live.
Good afternoon.
This is Finance Agents Live number 18. 18 amazing shows, each one better than the last. Today I am joined by Trey Sublette,
Hello.
President of Finance Agents and the single most experienced person at this company who makes it rain every day.
That's me. Glad to have you on board. We have a great topic today. This is our most precious asset, our biggest, I think the one thing I'm most proud about is our agent platform.
Great. Yeah, we've been working with this for years, and Trey has personally ushered thousands of people through the system. Okay, so today we're doing a tour of the agent portal back office. And Trey has personally taken thousands of people through this system. All of our marketing partners use this system. And so we're going to be walking you through it. So if you are new to finance agents, if you're thinking about becoming an agent, or you want to know what the tools are, or maybe you've been with us for a little while and I've always wondered what that tab does. Right. Maybe if you're that guy or gal, then this is your show. We're going to walk through and talk about each thing in particular. All right, so moving on. Let's jump right into the portal, because this is all about your tools, right? Of course, it's the first time to the show. You can find us at youtube.com/financeagents. But all right, here we are. Today we're logged in as, what was the name, Darren? Eleanor Olstrom. Eleanor Olstrom, who is?
She's an agent from Des Moines, Iowa.
She won the Nobel Prize in Economics, and she's a very proud agent of ours. Rhoda, could you turn the chat back on, please? So let's start with the first page. Obviously, what we're not showing you here is the sign-up process. So we're assuming you've already signed up. If you haven't signed up as a finance agent, you go to financeagents.com/agents and just sign up. Be part of the revolution in business funding.
Takes 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Just a couple minutes to create your account.
Right. 2 minutes, right? If it takes 5 minutes, maybe you got a real slow internet connection. That's it. Be the revolution in business funding. First name, last name, email, phone, and the next page they ask for information so it can pay you. Once you get in, you go to the profile page.
So this will be the first page that pops up when you first log into your account, and this will keep popping up until you give us more information about yourself by filling your questionnaire. So the questionnaire would be a great way of us learning how we can work together.
Yeah, if you could scroll down so we can see the questionnaire, it's on the bottom of the page. And what Trey means is that there's, I think, 6 questions down there. Do you have an email database? What's your profession? How do you do marketing currently? How do you come across small business owners? Are you a part of any groups? And what's your current industry? Once you've answered those questions and click the button Save Answers, then afterwards, every time you log in, you go right to the dashboard.
Right.
If you haven't done that yet, you always come here, and it's our way of saying, hey, tell us about you.
So there's more than one ways of working together. It's all about sculpting the best possible way for yourself and finance agents. So the information you provide will let your affiliate manager know more about you and help sculpt your first couple of conversations. So this will keep popping up until you fill that out. And as soon as you do, you'll always be redirected to your dashboard when you log back into your account.
And don't be afraid to load a picture up there. We like looking at you.
Love that.
I want to stare at you all day long. Okay, so after the profile page, which is pretty basic stuff, feel free to go update it anytime you want. From now on, you're going to go to the dashboard. And this is a screenshot of the dashboard. This is a demo account, so it's a little light on the stats, right? It says landing page hits 2.
Only 2 leads. Eleanor needs to work a little bit harder.
Somebody's not, and then magically somebody with 2 landing page hits has 6 leads. So anyway, weird test account, but you get the idea. Why don't you walk through what's the single most important thing on the dashboard, Trey?
Single most important thing is your affiliate manager's contact information at the very top of the page. So you can see here, Rhoda is the contact for Eleanor. So your dedicated affiliate manager will have their full name, email, phone number at the top of your dashboard. So you need to use this information to connect with your affiliate manager who handles your relationship as far as understanding the programs, the processes, but that is my top priority as far as knowing what information that is to reach out to those people.
Right, that is your guide, your contact inside the system. Anything goes wrong, you don't know what's going on, reach out to that person. Now, besides that, we're going to show you all sorts of tools to automate it and make it faster. So there's things you can do in the middle of the night if you don't want to be calling Rhoda at 2 a.m. like Trey likes to do.
Right.
But we'll go through all the different tools here. So what else is important?
Other aspects we're going to be outside of looking at you and your son.
Are we still on the profile page?
There we go. So on the profile page, you're going to have Obviously, your sales funnel, leads being created, agents you've been referred, but the most important thing outside the contact information is your different marketing links. So the first thing you should do is choose your dedicated domain name.
Right.
So we have several different choices like getmecapital.com, 25approvals.com. Once you choose your domain, it will procure your different market links for the different programs that we have.
All right, now I'm going to say something. Darren is on. Your mic is on, right? Because I'm going to ask you questions. But if you come in through one of our member offices, you're automatically going to get their link. You don't actually choose a link. I just want to verify that's current right now. Right, Darren? Uh-oh, I surprised him. Whenever you get to it, do you still have to choose a URL, even though you're going to get a different URL?
Yes, you actually do have to. You don't choose a URL.
So it's automatically chosen for you.
Automatically, but there is a little caveat to that. If you have somebody who comes in that we hand off, then they will have chosen a domain. When we hand them off to a new member or to a member office, that domain will change.
Okay, so we're just talking about whether or not you came through headquarters, you came through an office, but in general, if you come through a finance agent's page, you're going to choose from a list of marketing domains. Could be getmecapital.com / in this circumstance 15392. That 15392 is your unique marketing number. This is how we track you on our system. How the computer tracks you by the number. Right. We of course track you by name. Right. Here you're seeing lendtoit.com / 15392 because this particular account is under the Lend2It marketing office. 2 links. The first one is about people who need money, and the second link is for people that want to be agents. You know, other people that want to market, use those. Then we have some other cross-sell marketing links. What are those?
Right, so other things outside the different funding programs, we want to build as much benefit as possible for our clients. And so you have different tools to use. One landing page is for ADP, payroll, helping them get the payroll services for their business.
And a rebate.
And rebate, there we go. Merchant processing. We have Cred Next. There's our FEMA loan program. So again, every relationship's a little bit different. You have the different marketing tools to drive traffic to these landing pages, and we know exactly where they're coming from. Everything's tracked, like you said, the member ID. Very transparent. So we want to provide as many tools as possible to help as many clients as possible.
And you'll see over time those additional marketing links are going to grow. Now, of course, at our core, we're always here for funding and for agents, which is always going to be the first 2 links. But the other ones like payroll, FEMA loans, which is for people that are affected by natural disasters, merchant accounts, Cred Next is for people who have credit report issues and they need credit report correction. You're going to see all sorts of other stuff added soon. But always your primary ones are funding or for other agents.
So this is the first way of generating lead flow as a finance agent, utilizing your marketing links for the different type of pages that we have in place.
Great. All right. So now that we've seen this page, this is the dashboard. That's your main page. You're going to be there for driving everything you do. We're going to go through these just in the order that they appear on the left, which, by the way, is not necessarily the order of importance. We'll sort of talk about what page is more important than the other. But the next page is the action plan. So this is Trey's favorite page.
I love this
Always
page.
says everybody the action plan. I'm just kidding. This one is something that, frankly, not a lot of people utilize, but it gives you some steps, some things that you can do in order to get started, and it allows you to have an interaction with your agent manager on setting some goals and monitoring your progress on the goals.
Right, so the affiliate manager should be giving you guidance as far as what path to take. So maybe adding your marketing link in your email signature or watching a specific training video on a program. So you want to sculpt the relationship. So we want to give action steps to help them become more knowledgeable of the programs and processes and help create as many clients as possible.
So Darren, show how this works. Go add a task.
Yeah.
Say call Trey for the task.
So your affiliate manager can type in a task, title it, as far as calling Trey, and then assign it, and then set a due date.
Set a date?
We set a date, like, hey, this is due by December 21st. So you'll get an email notification, and this helps us remember where we're at.
There it is.
There we go.
Third on the list. Because you got 2 things that are way overdue there, Eleanor. All right, so that's when you do that, a notification goes to your agent manager, and reminders go to you in order to get on that.
Right.
Okay, so that's the action plan page, which is, like I said, a way to interact with your agent manager. The next page you go to are the available documents. Available documents is a page where you have all sorts of stuff you could use in the process of offering financing to people. You're going to see an individual flyer for every program we have, and then on the bottom you'll see individual program flyers with applications attached for every program we have. When I say program, I'm specifically referring to funding programs. And those would be such things as our Business Express loan, which are term loans, or SBA loans. There's two separate ones. Unsecured finance, also referred to as our credit card program, revenue advance and working capital loans, equipment finance, and then you've got our universal short form and long form. If you don't know which one to use, don't worry about it. Really, your primary role as an agent is just create leads, and internally we'll be using these documents, and everybody that you work here have been trained extensively on how to use them.
Yeah, so this is the old school way. Sometimes passing out flyers, not the most efficient way, but these are all unbranded. This is actually providing information to your potential clients about the individual programs. You can use the applications with your affiliate manager, but we want these documents in place for you to utilize if you're going to a certain event or
it's
social
the sizzle.
gathering. Yeah, sizzle.
It's the sizzle factor. Hot men, right? Pictures on there. Okay, available documents, that's that. You just click the button and download it.
Yep.
And that's it.
Print out.
All right, available. Darren's.
Or you can not only download it, but open it in the browser if you wanted to look at the document and see how it's formatted. And then you can choose to download it from there as well.
Cool.
Perfect.
In my browser, I feel like both buttons do the same thing. Click one.
Similar.
Let's see what happens.
One automatically downloads directly to your computer without even looking at it. The other one will open it up in browser.
I'm just saying. Which one did you click a second ago?
That was the BTL flyer.
Which one? Click here or download?
Click here.
Click download.
So the cool thing is, either way,
It does the
download
same thing
computer,
either way. That's what I'm saying.
print out.
Either way, it does the exact same
But our
thing.
program, or these documents are typable, so we want to make sure you download to your computer and you can type right into the documents.
And one of
Okay.
the great things about Google Chrome browser, not to plug them or anything, but they do have a PDF printer available on that. So if you type everything into that form directly on your browser, you can then print to PDF and then have it on your
What
desktop.
you're saying is in Google Chrome, if you open it in the browser, you can type into it and save it in the PDF?
Tip of the day.
I did not know that.
All right.
Learn something new.
It's a great way to get around having to buy Adobe Acrobat.
Right.
All right.
And if you try it and it doesn't work, don't call us for support. Right. Right. Okay, go to the available training page. Next, you're going to get some of our awesome trainings. This is, of course, the stuff that's not on our live streams. And right now, we're figuring out how to get our live streams into this page. Right now, you're going to see 4 core programs. And those are working capital loans, real estate loans, credit card, and the retirement rollover. What you do is you click on it, and over on the other side, it'll start. Sometimes it takes a little while. There's a little note up there that says videos may take up to 30 seconds to begin playing, because some people have slow browsers or slow internet. So if it takes a little bit, don't worry. It's coming. It's really there.
So the key thing is, if you want to learn more about, like for instance, commercial real estate, you can watch this video. These are some tools in place to build up your knowledge. So
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge gives confidence. So these are here to watch a video and then connect with your agent manager, go over more specific questions about that program or process for future clients.
Great. All right, so the next tab is Darren's favorite. It's the error report form. Why is it that you hate the name error report form, Darren?
Well, it doesn't actually capture what this form is for. So as you can see, there's 4 different things that you can send feedback about.
Show when you say there's 4 things, show them what you actually mean.
So what
There's 4 different buttons
Darren likes
you
to
can
do
push.
is have a screenshot of the issue that's wrong. And we don't think they can provide a screenshot with this, right, Darren?
Well, you can't provide a screenshot, but so like if you have an idea or something you really like about the platform, that's feedback. It's not actually an error. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, you just don't like the naming. Okay.
Right, and then
But there is a button for problem. If you click that button, it'll submit it as a problem. Anyway, this is how you give some feedback to us at headquarters. Maybe it's nothing to do with your agent manager. Maybe it's saying, hey, this system is awesome, or the system
Praise.
is not awesome. Whatever, put it there, and that's something that comes right to us for us to either, relish in or improve.
Right.
All right. Unsolicited view. Okay, perfect.
There we go.
Next, moving on from the error report form, you get to the input leads page. This is potentially the single most important form on this whole thing, because this is where you go to manually enter a lead. and you just put in the information. There's a few things that are required. First name, last name, email,
And phone.
All 4 of those things are required. You can choose to opt people in and out of marketing emails. You can attach documents if you happen to have an application, or if you got an appraisal for a real estate loan or whatever. You can attach it there. You can write some notes in the description, but it's not required. Hit submit. It goes into the system. You are done. Your member office or someone here at headquarters will take over, helping that person get the funding they need.
Right, so this is tracked. You can give some input, like Tim was saying, about the scenario of your referral. This helps with the consulting process, but this is the second way of creating a lead. You have your marketing links, and then also the input lead tab, which are by far the most important aspects of the platform.
Great, all right. So let's say you know other people that would make great finance agents. Maybe people are asking, how do I get involved in this thing? Come to the Invite Agents page, and you can put in a first name, last name, email, phone, click submit, and it sends them an email from us saying, hey, you'd make a great finance agent. Why don't you sign up?
So the key thing is this is not automatically sign them up as an agent. They have to complete the actions. So it may drop in their spam folder, but it's a great way of marketing to your different organizations you belong to, different associates. Send them invites, and when they create it, it's tracked back to you as their sponsor.
And you can even do a bulk ad through Gmail if you want to invite every single person you've ever emailed in your entire life.
That girlfriend from 10 years ago. Sure.
That's right. When Trey says every time I send out marketing emails, people come out of the woodwork. So that's a good way to talk to people that you don't want to talk to anymore.
Right.
Or have us talk to them. Even better. All right, so that's the Invite Agent page. Move it on to the Lead Information page. Now, once you've been doing a good job of making leads, here's where you come to find out what's going on with them, right?
Right. So this is connected to the Input Lead tab. Just think about this as an extension. So one thing is there's 3 pillars to this platform, in my opinion, and one is transparency. So making sure you can see that your referrals are being serviced in a proper fashion. So you'll see certain data points as far as the lead status, the created time of the lead, the name of the lead, and the funding specialist notes will be listed here. So you can see what's going on with your referrals.
Yeah, so 2 things to take from this. When you said you see the funding specialist notes, that's super important. We do full transparency. Nobody talks to one of your referrals without making notes, and the notes tell you exactly what's going on. You always know exactly what's going on with your client. If maybe the notes say the phone number doesn't work and you happen to know the right number, you can actually go in and update it. Darren, why don't you show him?
So you can click on the lead, and if you want to get a status report, you can actually add a note or request status. Or maybe the lead wants to talk, they maybe fell off the map and they're back looking for funding for the business. So you can add a comment, and it'll be emailed directly to the owner of this lead.
Great. All right, so Darren's doing this little test. When he clicks add comments about this lead, it goes into the system, it sends an email to the lead owner, and magic. Profit.
We'll call them up.
Just like that. There's different columns. It shows the actual ratings and approvals people get for the different funding programs they're involved in. And we're constantly building and enhancing this page in order to include all the different types of funding programs that we have. I have some questions coming in, and sorry I haven't been better at answering them as they come in. So Tony Jackson is asking, he says, you don't get marketing links if you're a standard agent, right? I understand what you're asking. Everybody gets a marketing link. Everybody gets all the marketing links. The question is, what does your link look like? So standard agent, which is what everybody comes in as, it's the free sign-up level. You're going to get choose from some URLs, potentially getmecapital.com. Once you select it, it'll be getmecapital.com/12345. That is your normal marketing link. Now, if you are a recruiter or your member office with us or something else, you get a dedicated domain name. So getmecapitalfast.com, for example, we have like 500 domain names you can choose from. You select one of those and you can market it without putting the number at the end, which makes it easier.
So the key thing is, Tony, is make sure you've chosen a marketing link or a domain.
It's right on your dashboard.
On your dashboard, if you haven't chosen one, if it's at the default 25approvals.com and your member ID, you're not going to see those links.
Okay, great. And then the second question from Rich is, what's the compensation for agents we invite? So as a standard agent, there's really no compensation for agents. If you know a lot of people that you want to invite into the system, the recommendation is to upgrade to recruiter level, which is all that recruiters do. Recruiters go around and get people to sign up for the program, and then you get, it varies based on the program, but in general, a 5% of gross revenue override for anything your agents produce while you're a recruiter. So if your agent brings in $1,000 of revenue, you're getting $50.
So you can recruit agents now as a standard agent. You'll be always linked to that individual, but not receive a compensation until you've upgraded to the recruiter status.
Yeah, so if you want to try out recruiting, recruit a bunch of agents, and then upgrade, and you will then start getting credit for everything they produce, right? So it's a good way to test it out if you're thinking about being a recruiter. Okay, so after the lead information, anything else here important? I mean, you see, one of the things is you see the last update date. You'd actually see the date that somebody touched the lead last. So you know if something's gone cold. Like if you look at that Mickey Mouse Club, it hasn't been touched since September.
So the biggest thing is when you're trying to build relationships, like we work with a lot of different franchises or real estate groups, transparency is important, and they can actually see what's going on with the referrals instead of having to call up and ask questions. So transparency is fulfilled by the lead information section.
Great. Next, you got the Manage Account page, which is the page you want to go to if you want to be a recruiter. All right, so going to the Manage Account page, seems to be taking some time to load. You'll notice it's got this big block. It says, what? When you upgrade to different levels, there's all sorts of other stuff that, frankly, we're not going to show you today. We have another live stream where we went over everything you get as a recruiter. If you're interested, feel free to check that out. But we have an access code. We don't let anybody do this. If somebody wants to do this, you need to understand what it is before you sign up and pay for it. And this is our way of stopping people from accidentally signing up for it. They don't know what it is. So I guess.
So if you're interested in learning more about unlocking some tools, you would contact Rhoda, the person who is managing this relationship. They'll provide you an access code to unlock this page, to look at the differences between the standard level and recruiter level. And then if they see the benefit, which is also the sponsor commission, business cards, higher commission structure of the recruiter level, they'll provide maybe a promotional code if they think it's a valuable relationship.
Great. I don't know what you're doing, Darren. Anyway, moving on. Online software. Online software is not going to be relevant for most people. If you click it, nothing happens. If you're one of our member offices, you click this in order to get into our full lead management CRM that we've been using for almost 10 years now. Everybody else, it doesn't matter.
Rich has a question. I believe it's about the recruiter status. So is it $500 annually?
Nope. It's technically it's what the heck is it?
$497.
Well, no, it's actually double that. But we have most people. If you're interested in being a recruiter, we have a discount code where you can sign up at $497. You get it at half price. And it's just $19.97 a month.
Yeah. So
for
one time setup fee to get things in place, but then the monthly maintenance thereafter.
But is that changing come January 1st?
Is what change? We don't have a plan on changing it. Right now, the recruiter is what it is. It seems to be working well, and we're not messing with it. No plan to change that right now. Okay, Brett Nelson, one of our member offices, is mentioning. He says portfolio of products is the largest selling. Oh, the chat just went off again. I think what he's trying to say is that he really likes the portfolio of products. We have so many different ones, and we're constantly finding new ones. And that's a good segue into our next tab, the programs page, which gives an overview on some of those programs. It's not exhaustive. Frankly, we're adding and modifying programs so frequently that this is not 100% current. But here's a place where you can come where you can get a general overview on at least the core programs. What are they called? Who qualifies? What's our internal rating system? And what's the cost to the customer?
Right, and the key thing is for everyone we're talking to about their business, we're doing an internal review first, trying to provide clarity if there's going to be a solution or not for the program we're looking at. So we have an internal rating system. You'll see the different ratings on here. So if you have a lead, you see that they're rated an A4, you can call up or go to this page and see what that means.
A4. It doesn't actually tell you exactly what it means, does it? Or what it means is that they qualify for $25,000 to $50,000 in credit cards.
Right.
Okay. Joe Lewis is asking, if you're a recruiter and your agent upgrades to recruiter, do you still get an override? And the answer to that, Trey?
The answer is yes. It does not matter what level they're at. If they produce some contracts, you're going to be compensated as a recruiter. So you can recruit people, and you'll benefit if they're a standard or recruiter. It does not matter.
We love our recruiters.
Yes.
Okay. Last but not least, Darren is... one thing to understand for recruiters is that you only get an override on the people you directly recruit. If you recruit somebody and they recruit somebody else, you don't get an override. This isn't some sort of
multi-level market.
MLM, pyramid, none of that. It's just you get money for the people you bring in if it's a funding lead or a referral source.
And one more note on this page, the programs page, it gives some information, but our finance agent training manuals will be more detailed.
Right.
And so definitely request that from your affiliate managers and go more into the programs, the benefits, the requirements. That's what we rely on to really convey more information about the different products.
Great. All right, last but not least, we have our profile page, which is where we started. Full circle.
Full circle.
And you come in and let us know your fax number or whatever you want.
Payment information. If you want to change your email address,
Wait,
anything.
Payment information? That's not here, right?
Okay, I was just testing.
How do you
that's all.
how do you update your payment? We have people. Where do you go to update your credit card? You have to be in the managed account page. That means you have to already be upgraded. So, if you need to do it, you don't do it anywhere. Well, you would already have access to the page, I guess. It's on that manage account page if you're already upgraded. Here's another one. How do you change your password? Like if people come in and let's say, Darren, if you were to log out and forget your password, how do you reset your password?
Call in and scream.
Call in and scream.
Call in and scream. Call Darren. His number is, just kidding.
So,
Darren's going to show you right here. Forgot password. Click the link and put in your email address, and then you get it in your email like magic.
so oftentimes we'll see people
the
who
most common thing people ask.
they
me.
forget their passwords, they create a new account, and that's
Oh,
not
we
what
love
want.
that.
Don't want that. So,
We have people that have like 17 accounts. It's crazy. It's just
so there's a lot more aspects to the platform depending upon what level you're at. So, for instance, if you upgrade a recruiter, you're going to have more tools in your back office as far as like a team information page, or what's another page that's unlocked, Darren? You have
once you
team information.
Once you become a recruiter.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head.
So you have additional training that'll be
trainings.
available.
More documents.
Mm-hmm.
In the available
Training.
documents section, it'll unlock the recruiter training manual, some email templates
You're
to
going to get
utilize.
business cards.
business
Also, we have a whole other live stream where we go in detail. You can learn everything about it and who's been successful and how it has worked. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Unless we have some more questions today, wanted to be pretty quick. And, by the way, before I forget, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday season. We do have some more questions coming in. Do you do equipment purchase funding for used and new equipment? Rhoda? I mean, the short answer is yes.
Yes.
Well, it's a purchase program. It's really, generally, it's going to be a lease. It's almost always going to be a lease. There's tax benefits, and it's easier to finance. But either way, you get the equipment, so that's what you're really asking about. And you can do it for used equipment. It is a little bit harder on used equipment, always, because the value won't necessarily be there. I tell you, like a good example is if you put $100,000 worth of equipment into a restaurant, the moment you put it into that restaurant, it's now worth 50 grand. Literally, it loses half its value or more the moment you install it. So you may be trying to buy this from somebody and he say, I spent 100 grand on this, I'll give it to you for 70, and he thinks he's giving you a good deal, but nobody's going to finance that. So that's the short answer there. Anyway, I think that's, any more questions coming in? Rhoda? All right. We're going to wrap it up. Darren?
Yeah, I do have a question. Okay, so if you have, if you input a lead through the inputs lead page, will I see that on my dashboard page on my hits?
No. So you won't see, you would see the lead created, but not a landing page hit, right? Okay.
So the dashboard, the sales funnel is just solely through your marketing links, right? Your landing pages. Okay. All right.
Great. Yeah, so that's the most common thing when people come in and say, how on earth do I have 20 contracts, but I only have 10 leads or 10 clicks to my page? And I say, well, it's because you're entering these amazing clients directly into the lead input page and making money. Another question, will you do a show about merchant accounts? I think it'd be a good product for canvassing. All right, so you're talking about something that, we have a merchant account program we've been working with for years. We have something else that is in development right now. Once something becomes a full product, then we will definitely do a rollout, but we don't have a specific date for that right now. But we'll get back to you. Of course, look for our emails. Every time we have an email come out, you know exactly what show we're going to be doing for the day. Of course, remember, the most important part of the show is you. So if you have been in finance, I want to start lining up some more interviews and get you on the show, because if you're out there selling money and helping people achieve their dreams, we're on the same page and we're working together, and we'd love to hear from you. Somebody else is asking, who do I talk to about questions regarding your contract?
Where can you find that?
Which contract?
I'm assuming a contract for a client.
It could be that, or the terms are used to be as an agent.
So it'd be the person, whoever's on the top of your dashboard. Remember, your contact information is at the top part of your dashboard. Your affiliate manager would be the best person to contact to go over those questions.
And if it's in the terms of service for signing up as an agent, then same thing. Call that person. If they can't answer your question, we can kick it to our legal department or whatever. We'd be happy to hear from you. You can always email info@financeagents.com, and we can redirect it to the correct department as well. If it's your first time on the show, we're glad to have you here. We hope you actually sign up as an agent. Subscribe to the show. That helps us send this out to more people. And I've got more. Oh, we got more questions. What's the best way to walk a new agent through filling in the sign-up process? Can we tune into his or her agent portal? This is coming from one of our member offices. So Trey,
I would say you're asking how do you sign up an agent, Marcy?
No, she wants to know how she can walk somebody through the sign-up process, which is a little bit different. And then she's asking, can we log into their account? So does she have the ability to see the account information of her agents?
Correct. As a member office, you have the ability you have more tools in your back office, Marcy. The managed account or the master admin tab. And so we can walk you through that. So when you have an agent who forgets their login information as a member office and their direct point of contact, you can log in to your own account and find their username and password to
and you can update it.
Right, you can update it.
So you have the ability to basically reset it, make it something simple. You know, I see people all the time, understandably, are very concerned about security and privacy, and they make these crazy passwords. Darren makes the most amazing passwords. No Russian hacker could ever crack one of Darren's passwords. You'll never be able to remember it. If you made one of those and you can't figure out how to log into your account and you can't figure out how to use the reset password button, then another way would be to have your agent manager log in and reset it.
Right. So I think Daryl has a question, and I think it's a little bit, we're not seeing that, but I think the question is the funding levels for your clients. So, you know, we have a pretty diverse portfolio of programs, and what you really should be featuring is a consultation. And so we want to connect with them, go over their needs, their scenario, and then see if it might be a good fit for a business term loan division or commercial real estate and so on. So we're going to do an internal review to provide clarity. So you can always connect with your affiliate manager, go over the scenario of the individual, and try to pinpoint what's the best target program.
Yeah, an interesting thing that, you know, this system we provide to you is a marketing system to bring in prospects to get funding, and then the person they talk to is going to figure out what works for them. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in the industry want to put a ton of information on the website. Here's everything you ever need to know about a private money real estate loan. And honestly, we found that you're going to get fewer people that fill out that form and end up getting funding if you do that sort of, lack of a better term, diary of information on your website. Sorry, it just doesn't get you more leads, it gets you fewer leads. And so our system is designed to get as many people in as possible. Now, the sacrifice there is that we don't have tons of detailed terms on the programs, but part of that is these programs are constantly evolving.
Changing.
And we'd be updating the website every week, and you'd be getting fewer referrals and fundings for all the information. So we have less information in order to get people to sign up, and then the people they talk to will help them out. Rick is asking, what's the best loan program to buy an existing route business?
Wow,
like
okay.
FedEx,
Yeah.
We do tons of these,
We do
by the way.
a lot of these. People looking at FedEx, Pepperidge Farms, Mission Tortilla, Daisies, Pepperidge Farms,
about that one.
So most routes, if you're not Mission Tortilla, that's around 50,000. Everything else is around 200,000, 400,000. Usually it's going to be either the business term loan division, our BDRA program. Those would be the two I look at.
BDRA meaning a retirement rollover.
rollover, yes. It is kind of a different type of animal because usually these individuals don't have the financials of the business yet. So what we'll do is provide a pre-qual doc, just analyzing the individual first, gather the business information secondly to do the review. So business term loan division, our business director retirement account, those would be my first two choices to look at.
It's starting to get a little harder to get FedEx routes because they're moving to, they want people to have at least 3 different routes and other changes. So, you know, Trey, you work with more customers or offices or agents than just about anybody at the company. So why don't you talk about some of the current deals that you're working on right now?
All right, so today we took on a client who's doing the business director retirement account program. They're utilizing their 401k assets to roll into the new business. It's a remodeling business, Honey Stiver, so good job, Honey. So that's one of the, I guess, the client of today. So right now it's more the commercial real estate's really popular. You know, we have a lot of agents that are in the real estate arena. fix and flip. So that's something we're learning on a daily basis since we only incorporated this last year. So, but one of our longest running programs is the Unsecured Business Finance Program, Business Term Loan Division, either a line of credit, term loan, or SBA.
Yeah, by the way, if you were on last week, the term loan that we were talking about, it was the hospice, right? No, the daycare.
Right.
The one that we were afraid to talk about because we didn't want to jinx it. It died. I'm just getting it funded. Ring it. Did you see how I dropped that on you? A little cliffhanger there. All right. Well, that's it. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I tell you what I want for Christmas. I want you to make more money with us. This is literally all I care about. I want you to make more money. We are here to help you make as much money as possible and help your clients get funding and grow businesses, start businesses, get real estate, grow and succeed. That's our whole purpose here. So,
what's the next show? What do we have on tap?
Oh yeah, by the way, next week, log back in and you're going to see the 30-day installment, the 1 month mark on the Cred Next Challenge. So if you've been following along, we have 10 different famous movie stars, wink wink, not really, but we use their names anyway, hopefully without their permission, hopefully they don't mind. We have 10 people who are reporting, agreed to allow us to share information with you about what's happening on their credit report as they go through the credit report correction as enabled by CredNext. So again, I kind of predicted that the first month might be a little dry because it takes a little while for some of the first updates to happen. But we're doing it live for you. So come here next Wednesday, 12 noon Pacific, to find out what's going on for the first 10 contestants on the CredNext Challenge. It'll be fun. All right, that's it. We'll wrap it up for the day. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for investing in us.
And we look forward to doing a lot more deals together.
Great. Cheers.
Music provided by sound.com.com in conjunction with SoundCloud, your #1 source for royalty-free music.